everybody, welcome to another edition of Acts of Creation. In this week's lesson, we're going to check out some drop D chords, and we're going to do so exploring the key of D major and look at ways how we can kind of spice up maybe cliche or stale chord progressions. I hesitate to use the word boring, but we're in a drop D tuning. Down in the description below, you can find links for the tabs for all these examples. And we're going to start out super simple, and then we'll kind of break down that chord progression a little bit, okay? So a good place to start exploring some chords, especially in the drop D, we're taking advantage of that, right? So if you don't know, drop D is your low string, down a whole step until it's the same as your fourth string. Okay, you get a nice octave there. You also get 5th fret, A string. Okay, so we know we're in D, octaves. We're clearly in the key of D major. It's now in our ear, right? So let's check out some simple triads, right? A really fun way to explore keys is to have that like a piano or an organ that can do, right? They can drone those low root notes over everything, and we can kind of get away with that on the guitar, especially in drop D, because it works well. So we have this low power chord, and then on top of it we can put our D major triads. Now I know most of you who are familiar with channel, we spend a lot of time in D minor, D Phrygian, right? We explore some of the Tool stuff, and all that's in D minor. So this is a nice, uplifting, refreshing breath of fresh air. I said that word fresh way too many times. But here we go. Triads, right? So we have this little D triad here in second position, 2-3-2, starting on our G string. 2-3-2. Okay. We can move that up to 7-7-5. There's another D major chord. And then 11-10-10. There's another D major chord, and then we're back an octave higher. I would highly recommend doing that on different string sets to kind of get the vibe. You come up with some really cool voicings just that way alone, exploring where the D minor triads are in relation as we're droning out our D all over the string sets. Okay, so it's a really good place to start. Another fun thing to do, again, to bring in or re-enhance our kind of knowledge of fretboard vision and other chords, as well as reinforcing the D major sound, we can grab a couple of chords from that key as well and interject them, right? Specifically being your 4 and your 5 chords, right? If we're playing a D major scale, our first note is D, so if we build a chord on that, you get D major. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little G major. 5 would be A. Okay, those two chords are going to kind of give you the sound of D major as well, right? So as we're playing, we can go G, A, D. So a really fun way, again, just to kind of explore. You can pick out those chords, and it kind of gives you a real nice textural kind of vibe over all of that, all right? Another really cool thing to do to kind of help your fretboard expansion, again, just reinforcing the triads and relationships, is we can look at not only the 4 and 5 chord, but we can also look at the 2 chord, right? Another very popular substitution for the 4 chord, which is why jazz progressions are 2-5-1 and pop rock progressions are 4-5-1, right? You're just substituting the 4 chord for the 5 chord. Why? We can get that into that another time. Or ask me down below in the comments. We can let you know. But another cool thing we can do is that as we do that, right, our D chord is kind of on one string, our D scale. So we can play the 1 chord and the 2 chord on all of those notes. So this is F sharp, so it's part of a D major chord. D, F sharp, A. Next note is G. Well, the 2 in D major, D, E. You get this nice D Dorian kind of vibe. I'm sorry, E Dorian, right? Anyway, but it's an E minor chord. So I go. Then D major again. Then E minor again. And here's a little trick. This note right here, that's our leading tone, right? That's that note that kind of lifts us up or leads us to our root note, right? When you get to that note, don't be afraid to play that 5 chord, which is D, E, F, G, A, right? Our A chord. So we can play the A chord on that note. So D major, E minor, major, E minor. Here's that C sharp, so we play A, and then you're gonna get a really strong resolution there, okay? E minor, D major. So that's a fun, like, chord melody kind of trick where you can harmonize the scale and the key just using the 1 and the 2 chords. Lots of fun there, again, for fun exploration. So now, in the beginning, I was playing this little chord progression, right? And essentially, if we break it down to its simplest root notes, it's actually really static, or cliche, or heavily used chord progression, right? Essentially, I'm playing D, B, G, A. Now, when you play it like that, all of a sudden I feel like I'm in, 1950 again, and we're writing those chord progressions. And in the rock world and the music we play, that's kind of not fun. Like, I would never personally play anything like that, just because of the style and the context I like to play in. But, we're all our own subjective and objective creational beings, so you gotta deal with it. So I like to find bigger chords. Like, how can I explore those chords and make them more interesting, all right? Well, just having some basic triad knowledge around the fretboard is gonna help you just play and emphasize D major all over the fretboard. But as we start exploring those triads with our open strings, we're in the dropping tuning. I like this voicing. I discovered this one a long time ago. Really simple. It's open, open. There's our major third. Nice major chord. 7/7 open. So it's 0/0/4, 7/7 open. Really nice voicing. It's just one option we can explore. Now the next chord is B minor. Now I can easily do something here, but I'm not going here. I'm actually gonna go here, and we've all played drop D power chords, right? But they're not really gonna give me my. If I lift that up and play just the root note, that 9th fret, my 5th string is gonna be muted by the way I'm anchoring my first finger, and then I have open D, 11, 12. That D note, that open note, is gonna make it major. I'm sorry, it's gonna give it its chord quality. In this case, it's minor. Ooh, I'm speaking this morning. More coffee. So I'm playing 9, open D, 11, 12. And then I'm dropping the 12 down to the 10. And that's essentially that minor 7, right? So just using these upper fancy extensions, 7s and 9s, we're not even getting into that, but if you grab them in your chords, they just add some nice color and texture to what's going on. And then all I did was just a little descending run leading to what would be the G chord. So I kind of pick out that chord, which I love this voice voicing right here, the sus voicing. Technically it's a sus4. You can look at it as an A major chord, right? 12, 11, 9. This 11 is the note that makes it major per se. So we're gonna go and raise that up. Third becomes the fourth. And then you get a nice open sus sound. So coming down that, sliding up to the B, moving to a G chord. And coming down here, our G is now in 5th position because of our tuning. Okay? We can grab the nice sus chord right here, but what I'm grabbing is I'm grabbing the G. And there it is, guys. You watch this channel, if you're familiar with this channel, I love me some major 7s. And there it is, right? So it's G together, really nice tension there. And then with my pinky, I'm grabbing 7 of the G, which is the D note. So it's, and then I'm swapping these 2 frets, right? 4 and 7 now becomes 7 and 4. Right? So it's, here's my G, my 4 is my 7th, my 7th fret, my pinky's to the 5th, right? Very nice tension, but kind of stable sound. Invert that. Now I get the B right here on the 4th fret of the G string. That's going to give me my nice major sound with the 9 or the 2nd in it. It sounds really nice. Kind of playing with that idea, and then moving up to the A, very Stevie Wonder inspired, right? You have this like kind of A sus, A7 sus, and then that note resolves down to the. You need a nice strong resolution there. So there you guys go. I hope that helps you guys explore different keys, learning some basic root triads on the different string sets, incorporating some of the other chords, the triad pairs that are found in that, just allows you to explore textually what's going on here and there, all right? And then droning out the D over all those chords and kind of using our open strings to our advantage and creating new chord voicings by ripping chords apart or basically building off these triads with either open notes or slight additions to the chords, okay? So down in the description below, you can find the links for the tab, other ways to support the channel. Please subscribe because we do this all the time. And as always, let me know what you come up with. Until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.